All right.
Hey.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to session two of the Extra Lions game of Cyberpunk Red. Now, if you're not familiar with Cyberpunk Red, let me just say that you're missing out. It is the premier, or at least how I like to think of it, premier cyberpunk role playing experience. You might recognize the name also because Cyberpunk Red takes place before the anticipated Cyberpunk 2077 game. Now, we're doing this all as part of a Extra Life event, and if you're not familiar with Extra Life, it's basically a children's charity event where all donations are going towards local hospitals and communities. So, what I would say there is that every little bit helps, including the fact that all of your donations are tax deductible. And if you're interested in that sort of thing, you can check the links for that below my stream. I think Yuma has it below hers. The links are there. If you need, just ask. I'm sure one of the moderators will get you them. Something to note before I do the whole spiel here is that some of my players, Yuma especially, since I'm going to highlight her today apparently, they're
Oh,
somewhat new to the role playing experience. So expect us to go over matters like rules and stylistic things a little bit frequently. We're also likely to get some rules wrong, which is important because we're not using just the Jumpstart Kit rules, but we're also using a little bit of 2020 rules as well. And eventually, we're going to go to the whole full rules when they come out, but again, the rules have to come out for us to even do that first. Let's see, what else should I mention here? Oh, other thing is that in terms of chat, your best bet's probably going to be to chat in Yuma's chat for this one, simply because I won't be looking at my own chat a whole lot. But other than that, I'll try to catch up on alerts during the break and give any shout outs to extra life donations as I notice them. But with that said, let's have the two lovely ladies introduce themselves and their characters, starting with Irie.
Hello everyone. Uh, I've been playing tabletop RPGs for a while now. I've played custom systems and other indie tabletop RPGs like Lady Blackbird and Ironsworn, and that was a lot of fun. And very happy to be playing Cyberpunk Red. It's one of that I've always wanted to try out. And I'm playing Demi. She is an exotic nomad, and she is really excited about racing and driving in general.
awesome. Cool. I'm Yuma Yamano. I'm going to be playing Boss, and she is a former band member who also is an exotic, and she's got some issues, but we're working through those. And yeah, I'm fairly new to this. I think my previous experience was like playing Call of Cthulhu, maybe like 5, 6, maybe actually 8 years ago now. Oh my gosh, it was like 8 years ago that I played Call of Cthulhu. And I guess I've watched a lot of people playing D&D fifth. But yeah, other than that, I guess I got to do some pecos, but I'm going to mute myself on the call before I do those so that you don't get disturbed by them.
We're just randomly in role play and she starts peckowing and everyone just turns to look like, what in the world is
Yeah,
she
I know.
doing?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go and do those, and I'll let you continue your spiel.
All right. Well, honestly, that's all I had to say in the opening monologue. So let's throw on the shades and let's go ahead and run our quick introductory video.
Yeah. Alrighty.
And yeah, welcome back to apparently a shiny catching stream as Irie is blowing up everyone irises. So I will fix that in a
Oh.
bit. Anyways, welcome back. So as you can tell, we are on a limited crew tonight, but we're going to press on and have a lot of fun. So, if we want to sort of imagine ourselves in the realm of Night City, now, as with most cyberpunk games, we start on a usual late night in Night City, which means that the weather overhead is overcast. It doesn't really know whether it wants to rain or not. And in general, there's just sort of a, not quite a fog, but almost a mist that hangs over the city streets as Demi and Boss are more or less headed towards their new apartment. Now, this new apartment is outside of the hot zone, which is a good thing because living in the hot zone means radiation, gangers, boosters, not the kind of place you want to actually live. Um, but what you've done, or at least how I'm flavoring it, is you've sent the two gentlemen ahead. You've sent Alcove and Rampo ahead to sort of get a lay of the land, get a feel for what's going on before you two arrive. And that's why you two are currently en route to your apartment. And as you pass by a, not a 7-Eleven, but an 812, if you get the joke.
812.
As you pass by an 812, what happens, Demi, is your car throws up a check engine light, followed by the engine literally sputtering and coming to a halt, so that you stop right outside the 812.
Oh crap! I guess that draft really put in the hurt on on my poor car's engine.
Oh man, I mean, well, it was pretty cool though when the way that we drove out. So I don't know, worth. I think it was worth.
But I gotta take care of my baby though. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any tools or something that we can open it up and check it out, or should
I
we ask
mean,
for help?
I think we should check out this A12. Maybe they can help us.
Okay, okay, let's go into the 812 and let's see what happens then. I'm gonna bop around towards the entrance. Here you go.
Alrighty. So, of course, as you step inside, where most convenience stores in the time of the Red, it's a little run down. It maybe looks like, yeah, to put it plainly, I don't want to say you're in the ghetto, but you sort of get that ghetto feel, if you get my
The
meaning.
feel, yeah.
Yeah.
But you do see a few things as you step inside. The first, and I'm sure Yuma's going to love this character, there
Mm-hmm.
is a white-haired, in a pixie cut, she looks to be upper teens, early 20s, wearing the convenience store uniform, so it's just sort of a black jacket over a white t-shirt and some black slacks, and she has a name tag that says Brittany, and she also has a button that says, I really wish I
Brittany.
wasn't here right now. Let's see what else. To your right, as you walk inside, you see that there are lines and lines of shelves, about 5 or 6 in all. And in terms of people who are already in here, besides Brittany, the tiller, you can tell that there's at least 2 individuals in here. One looks to be like an old babushka type, and the
Babushka.
other looks to be a sort of actually a well dressed gentleman. Like he's got a full on suit, business wear, looks very immaculate, and actually he kind of stands out because, no offense to anyone here, but places like this don't usually get people walking around in full business suits, if you get my meaning.
Mm.
Okay.
Let me see. Other details you should know before I let you guys loose is you guys, between the two of you, for this session, you have 200 Eurobucks to spend. So keep
Eurobucks.
that in
Okay.
mind. And Eurobucks is that sort of same currency from last time where,
Right.
it's like 50 Eurobucks to buy some very basic food, that sort of a thing.
Okay. 10
And
to or yeah, 10 to a dollar kind of conversion
something
almost.
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to our ab from last session?
It basically got rolled into you guys getting your new apartment, is the way I had it.
Ah, got it.
So now wait, so like in total we have 200?
Between the two of you, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
So we're here to stock up for our new apartment and also fix your car. Sound right?
Sound right.
right.
Well, can I should probably go back there and inspect the car and see what's wrong. Check the engine.
So
fair enough.
okay, yeah.
Should
I
Let's see.
will-
go back there?
I'm trying to think.
I'll let you role play that part out.
Okay. Demi, as you go back outside real quick, or maybe you did this before you came in.
I think I
as
know
you're
the first thing.
as you're checking your car, do you have the tech skill?
Yeah, of course.
I'd like you to roll me a tech, please.
Let me find it. basic tech. I just click it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of hydrates. I'm gonna do that too.
All right, a 15. So actually, Demi, it's not all that bad.
Serious.
You've got what is essentially an oil leak, which is going to require some fixing, but all you really need to do is like with most convenience stores these days, even in the time of the red, just get a fresh thing of oil, pour it in, and it'll get you where you need to go.
Okay, sounds good.
Sweet.
All right, so I guess I just walk up to the. I mean, I just tell us. Well, it looks like I just need some oil, so um, I light up my cigarette and start walking towards Whitney. I mean, to the teller.
Okay.
Oh, you're smoking
And
inside? No. Well, we're like, I guess, in the ghetto area, so okay, well, we'll do that. Go ahead.
well, it's also one of those things where, especially in Cyberpunk, like smoking is just sort of passe. Like they don't actually
Oh.
really care that much that you're doing it, unless you're like next to like a petroleum tank or a gas tank. They're like, hey, maybe don't do that. But
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go into one of the aisles and take a look at like what snack options they have.
all right. So we'll start with Demi here.
Um,
So Demi, as you go up to Brittany, as her name tag suggests, she sort of looks at you, does one of those where she puts the finger on her chin in a coy expression and says, "Now, what is a sweet young thing like you doing here?"
Sweet young thing.
Damn. She's the forward one.
Sweetie, I'm just looking for some oil from my car. That's all I need right now.
Ah, for your car. I see. I see. Aisle 3.
Spends all the money.
Hmm. And your name is Brittany, right? Good to know.
And she
And
actually
then
laughs at that and looks at herself. And says, "Oh no, no, I'm not Brittany. I'm actually Allison. This is my sister's uniform."
oh, your sister's uniform. Wait, so I'm curious. What happened there?
Well, let's just say that my sister Brittany decided that I mean, you know how it is with inputs and outputs. Yeah, you know how it
Oof.
is.
Yeah, I know how it is.
Yeah, let's just say that her output and her inputs kind of got in a fight, and she's in the middle of it, so
There's
I'm
more than
covering her
one.
shift today.
I see how it is. An input and an output, huh? Wow, she must be quite something.
I mean, look at me. We're twins.
Uh,
Hey.
that that would make sense, yeah. Twins too. And then they
What?
giggle.
I'm gonna like peek my head out because they're her twins. And be like, just listening. I'm just listening.
Just imagining Boss's ears are like peaked up a little bit. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what's going on here?"
What's that? Power Word Twins.
Oh dear. But yeah, Demi, as you're getting that going on, so Yuma, what is Boss looking for in terms of snacks, if anything, or are you just sort of browsing to see what's there?
Currently browsing to see what's there, but probably
Probably
anything.
looking for wheat thins.
Probably looking for wheat thins personally, but but if that doesn't exist in this world, then something equivalent to wheat thins.
No, wheat thins definitely do exist. But I
Nice.
guess I should sort of talk about the whole feel of the setting when it comes to food stuff.
Okay.
So in the time of the red, especially, the average person, meaning like even your Joe Schmo living on the streets person,
Hmm.
normally eats what is called kibble,
Oh yeah,
and
that's right.
it's almost what you would expect. Kibble is literally no better than barely flavored dog food, so it's not great. You don't want to eat it, but
Mm,
it keeps you living.
right.
Now, basic kibble costs about 50 euro bucks, just to sort of put a price point on things.
Okay, I got it.
So if you
And that's
wanted
like a meal
something,
or like for something to last for
it would last you a few meals, like 1 or 2 meals.
Okay.
Um, in terms of wheat thins, yeah, you could get some sort of a pre-pack box of the stuff. but that's going to cost you about 150 ebb.
That's like all our money, Yuma.
I suppose. So the apartment that we rented, is it furnished and everything already? And like, do we have like all of the necessary things to like live?
I would say yes. That is also
Okay.
part of why all of your money went towards it, is because it did
Right.
come pre-furnished.
Okay. In that case, then,
In that case, can I just like call over like, hey boss, come here for a second.
sure. What's up? Hello, Brittany. What's up, Demi?
There's an interesting lady here. I think that you'd be interested in meeting her.
Sure. How's it going? Brittany with quotations. I couldn't help but overhear a little bit earlier. You say you have a sister and she's having some trouble?
And quote unquote Brittany sort of looks at you, boss, and then squints her eyes a little bit. And boss, I'd like you to roll me a reputation, please. And as a reminder, that's going to be your cool score plus your reputation.
Cool score. Cool score. I can't just click it, right? I have to actually type stuff in.
I think if you actually click it, it might handle it for us.
Okay, let's try cool. Did that work? No, it didn't work.
I don't think we can roll cool, and I don't think we can roll rep, so we have to do manually.
Yeah, I think you have to do it manually. So let me type out the syntax for you. It should be 1d10 plus cool. And you will have to substitute in your cool and your rep where I typed it in, but make sure to also get rid of the period.
So roll 1d10 plus, where's my cool? 9 plus rep 3.
14. So Allison, or Brittany, sort of squints at you a little bit, boss, and goes, "Hey, wait a second. I've seen you before. You're one of those osmium ocelots, right?"
Yeah. I can't remember their names. Let me scroll through my notes. Yeah. Wait, where's boss? I wrote a bunch of stuff down before. Mostly the names of the girls whose numbers I got, but where osmium ocelots? Oh, I don't have their names. I was so focused on the other names.
Okay, I can give them to you real quick.
Okay, yes.
So the one that is your opposite, Yuma, that is going to be Chief.
Chief, because she's boss, yeah.
The one that is opposite Demi is Demetra. And the one that is opposite Alcove is Recess. Because I'm funny when I come up with names, apparently.
Funny. Oh, I see. I get it. I got you. Okay. No, all the notes are the girls' names and numbers. Yeah, they are.
I like take a puff of smoke, but like I obviously don't blow it in her face. I blow it off to the side and like give a giggle and like a smile, like, wow. I didn't think she would recognize us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can give you an autograph or something if you want it.
And she sort of smiles a little bit more and says, "I saw you eyeing that pre-pack earlier. Why don't you take it on the house?"
Really? I mean, that's very kind of you, but I feel like maybe I should pay you back somehow. What are you doing later?
Nice. We all knew this was coming. We all knew this was coming. And Allison sort of leans over where she does that maneuver where she puts her arms down on the counter first, but then her boobs just sort of spill over. And she sort of leans in coyly and says, "Well, that depends, honey. Do you like inputs or outputs? Because I got both."
Oh! I just kind of stand there with my mouth open for a second, trying to just process what she said and just be like, yes. I mean,
I think what happens is as you're like processing that with maybe your mouth open a little bit, she does that maneuver where she kind of like very gently puts a finger on your mouth and says, "Shh, shh, it'll be okay. I can deal with types like you." And she hits a few
Types
buttons
like
on the register,
it's like I
and
said.
because I find it funny, like CVS receipts that just keep printing, printing, printing,
Yeah.
printing, makes a stupidly long receipt that is far too much paper, but she also scribbles her number on it, and she just sort of
Nice.
puts it in your open mouth and has you close it. There you go, honey.
And now I have them. The okay, I just stand there for a second with the paper in my mouth, and then I like nod and I take a couple
Demi
steps back.
Sale switches, and she's just like, nice.
I take a step back. I pick up the receipt and then I put it in my pocket.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me actually put the game screen like what I see on my screen so that people can see what I see. So
Hmm.
that we don't yeah. Um so does that mean that we have one of those packet thingies on the house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Basically, she's giving you access to take one of the wheat thin boxes. Yeah.
Yay, I get a wheat thin box.
Okay, but since I'm still not done talking to her, you can like go, but I say like, um, input and output. I guess that's interesting. But anyways, could you show me where I can get some oil around here?
Yeah. You see that old Russian type woman on aisle three? Should be right next to her.
Hmm. All right. We'll call you up later. And then I wink and
Ooh,
turn
two for the
around.
price of one. I love it.
Wait, can we also get two for the price of one? Where's your sister?
I mean, maybe we'll have to figure that out later. Oh,
Um, I guess while boss is getting that, I'm going
Yeah.
over to.
yeah. So, boss, as you pick up your free box of wheat thins, yeah, Demi, you walk up to the old Russian woman, and I'm just gonna keep saying that because it is a amazing descriptor. She has that sort of old like she's seen a lot of stuff. She's dealt with a lot of stuff. Like she doesn't actually have any scars on her face, but it's sort of weathered and otherwise very indicative that she's not someone you want to mess with. Like this is the kind of babushka you want on your side, not the one pointing a gun at you.
Mm.
And
Yeah, and
I'm gonna.
like, um,
Oh,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry,
Go
what?
ahead.
I'm just saying like that would be definitely the kind to notice that, and she would like silently nod and just like start perusing the aisle instead of I don't know interjecting in any way and just start trying to find the oil she needs.
Well, I'm actually going to attempt to do a voice, so I apologize in advance for how horrible this will be.
Ugh.
But as you're perusing the aisle, the babushka turns and says, "You are good at exotic. My best friend is very exotic. I'm. What are you looking for, honey? I can tell that you are a little lost.
Oh my god, I love it.
I'm just looking for some oil, man.
Are you thinking of cooking oil or something perhaps for car?"
Uh, Definitely for cars.
And she actually laughs a little bit and says, "That is a joke. It's because we can use both for both purposes." And she actually reaches down right in front of her and hands you the cyberpunk equivalent of Crisco.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Oh, I should.
Thank you, ma'am. You said your best friend is also an exotic?
Yes, she is from old country. She's not as exotic as you, no offense, but she has the horn thing going on.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And
Horn
the one
thing.
thing I would say, Demi, as you're having this conversation, you sort of look to where she pulled the oil from, and you notice the price tag is 600 ebb or 600 euro
600.
bucks.
No, we don't have enough. Hmm.
And is that like the only oil in that section?
It's not, but as you look, you're starting to see that if you wanted like premium grade motor oil, you're looking at somewhere upwards of 750. So you have a funds problem.
Yeah, I look at it and then I like do like the sound like crap. The prices are really jacked up here, aren't they? It's like 600 ebb for that.
Is that a typical price for that kind of product?
I would say actually it's a lower price than usual for that type of product.
Ah.
Yeah, a lot of things are very expensive in the time of the red.
I'm holding my box of wheat thins. I'm gonna open it up and eat one. And I'm gonna IRL eat a wheat thin. And just peek around the corner again and be like, Dummy, all right? Wait, where'd you go? Oh. I'm gonna walk over to her.
Yeah, boss, I was just like looking at the oil here. How much do we have again?
Can I actually take a look around and see, is there any, would I notice if there are any like security cameras? How tall are the aisles?
Yeah, roll me a perception check here.
Perception check. Okay, my actions sheet, perception, click.
16. Actually, you notice something strange. So again, this place is, again, for lack of a better term, in the quote-unquote ghetto, or at least in one of the older, run-down parts of Night City. But what you're noticing is that there's 3 major security features that you wouldn't think would be located on a place like this. The first is, yes, on every single aisle, there is a camera feed that goes probably to some back room, but there's a camera on every aisle. The second thing you notice is that the sort of shutters in the windows that, kind of, would obscure the windows when the place shuts down for the night, they're heavy duty, as in you could probably shoot them and they wouldn't break, kind of heavy duty.
Wouldn't break.
Yes. The third thing that you notice, the third thing is that there is one camera that is not pointed down an aisle, but is pointed at something in particular. If you will look sort of on this map, sort of at the end of that aisle you're currently on, or where Demi is, there's a camera pointed at one of the cooler sections where, you kind of open it up and there's a bunch of drinks inside, kind of a thing. There's a camera just sort of pointing at that case.
So that case is very important in their opinion, and because they have a security camera pointed right at it.
That would be, but like heavy grade shutters? That's kind of weird.
It's kind of sus.
But anyways, I asked like how many funds do we have? Like how much do we have again?
200 between the two of us, I think. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm not saying that in character.
Yeah, but I was saying that in character.
Oh, you weren't saying that in character. I left a whole bunch of stuff at the apartment, so I only brought enough to buy some food. We can go back and get some if we need it for your car. I mean, how far are we from the apartment? I mean, they don't know that, but I'm in my head. I'm just like wondering how far we are from the actual apartment.
To put it blankly or plainly, you would have to do about a 40 to 60 minute walk. So it's possible it just would take a while.
Okay. Well, they don't know that. I'm just saying it for
us.
Yeah, for us, so that they don't know that we don't have money on us. So that we're not just like ejected out because we don't have enough money to pay for it. I would like to lead us out so that we can go and try to see if there's a way we can turn off the security cameras or something like that.
What about that handsome man in the...
I don't know. He's a little too handsome and sus to be here.
I mean,
he's a little too rich looking.
I don't know. Maybe he's just like a sugar daddy.
Maybe. Okay. Well, let's just be like, oh, okay. Well, we'll come back with some more so that we can get your oil for your car. But
all right. I didn't get her name though, but I thank her for so say like something.
I guess
does
she work here?
No.
Excuse me. Do you work here?
No, no,
Don't say
no, sweet summer child. I do not work here, but I see you're exotic
Oh,
too.
yeah. I've had these for a while now.
That is
um,
that is very nice. I like what you do with is this mane or is this part of hair? I'm honestly not sure.
a little bit of both, a little bit column A, a little bit column B, mostly hair though. But yeah, look, check this out. I can wiggle my ears.
Oh, that is very impressive.
Yay! I'm glad you
You
think so.
should be going showing Solar down aisle 5. And she actually points in the direction of the gentleman in the suit.
Oh,
Mhm.
what did you say?
Yeah.
Go and what?
Go and show Solar.
Solar. Oh,
Oh,
solar.
okay. But I told the lady, well, thank you for helping me get the oil, but we just have to come back later to get it.
And she kind of looks at you a little bit in a knowing way, like she understands your plight and says, if you are needing funds, you know what? I understand why I know you from somewhere now. Are you moving into apartment soon?
Oh, we.
Uh, what she was, I think she's trustable. I think I say, yeah, we are.
Oh, what it is very pleasure to meet you. And she actually goes in for a hug if you let her. And
I kind of
she
like
sort of
shockingly accept it, like kind of like stiff body, but like accept it.
Stiff body, like oh.
I guess is the thing that's happening.
yeah, but it's one of those very tight grandmotherly hugs, and she
Aw.
comes back and says, "I am your next door neighbor. My name is Shock, and my husband is Awe."
Shock and awe. Aw. Um,
You're great, Yelly.
I try.
Hey. Oh, Shock is so nice to meet you. While
It's
she's
so nice to
hugging
meet you.
Demi, I'm also gonna hug the both of them.
Nice.
And so it's a big group hug.
Yeah, and when boss hugs me, I'm like soothed, so I'm like okay with it. I'm not like as shocked anymore.
I'm like, yay! Big group hug, friend hug.
I guess it's okay.
I guess this is okay. Miss Babushka, wait, did she say she was also moving into that apartment? I kind
No,
of
she is our next door neighbor. She
she's our
already
next door neighbor. Oh, that's amazing. I would love to meet Oz sometime and maybe we can play board games or something.
Oh, there is very old board game from before bomb went off. Are you
Oh.
familiar with Settlers of Catan?
I am. I
I
am
am.
familiar with Catan.
Well, I happen to have first edition copy. I would be happy to be playing it
Wow,
with
that's
you.
so rare. Are you sure? We might break it. Settlers of
And
Catan.
she actually kind of laughs at that and says, "If you find a way to break Catan, I would even be mad. I would be mildly impressed."
I would be mildly impressed. Well, I look forward to oh, great matter GM, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Iron Lions. Um I'm really excited to be next door neighbors with you. I mean, um wait, do either of us cook? I just want to ask that out of character.
Um,
Does your
like
character cook?
like I am capable of it.
Is there a special skill for like
Yeah. What
There is
skill
in the
of
full
cook?
rules, I think, but not in the jumpstart rules,
I
so it's
guess it
entirely your
would be
call.
like
Because
I guess
if
like
all
an
they eat is
education.
kibble, then if anybody cooks anything basic, then I feel like that's a really big treat. And then so I was curious about like the world setting there.
Like would
Yeah,
it be
yeah, I
like
guess
basic tech education?
I
What
would
would it
say to sort of
entail?
flavor this is it's one of those things where getting fresh ingredients to actually cook with is almost like a sign of status. Like most food
Ah,
comes in a prepackaged way. Like they don't actually
mm,
sell like you couldn't go into a store and like get an apple kind of a thing.
I
Like
see.
the concept of an apple is something for the rich or the elite, and that's sort of leads into the sort of how dark, quote unquote, the setting can be at times,
Mhm.
where the average person can't even enjoy a banana, kind of a thing.
I see.
Mm.
Okay. Is there like any way to make kibble taste better? Like, do they have prepackaged like, and this is maybe too deep in the world part, but like, I'm curious if there's like some way that as a favor for others, we can make better tasting kibble.
So it's actually a funny thing you mentioned that. And no, I always love going into lore like this. So
Okay.
in terms of kibble, there's obviously the base kibble, tastes like dog food, you hate eating it.
Right.
But then there's things called flavor kibble, where it comes in quote unquote cheeseburger, or it comes in like
Oh.
quote unquote kale chips, or it comes in things like
Mm.
hot Dorito ranch flavor or something to that effect.
Dorito ranch flavor.
Um,
Perfect.
but it's one of those things where because it's the basic food that everybody lives on, there's all sorts of techniques of varying effectiveness that people do to sort of spice up the kibble.
Mm.
So what that it means in your case, I'm gonna leave entirely up to you to decide. But I'm
Mm.
okay if you guys like have like, oh yeah, we add a little bit of salt, we add a little bit of
Mhm.
vinegar, and then maybe throw in some hot stuff. Like I'm totally okay with that if you have like some super
Yeah,
secret
then
recipe for kibble.
Okay,
okay.
sweet.
Then we can just say like, oh yeah, Shock, it'd be nice to meet you. Maybe we can once we get all set up, we can invite you to try our special kibble.
Yeah.
That is very nice of you. Uh-oh, we appear to be having problem. And she points past you two, and as you look, stepping into the convenience store
Uh-oh.
are three individuals. Two of them look like your generic thugs or street scum. But what's really important is that the two street scum are carrying shotguns. They're not pointing them at anybody, but they're carrying
Mm.
like open carrying
They are armed.
shotguns. The other gentleman is almost like Solar, or who you assume is Solar based on Babushka's introduction,
Mhm.
in that he is dressed way too classy for this type of a place. He
Mhm.
has on a white suit jacket with sort of a dark lining, and underneath that is a gray and green vest, and then under that is the typical white shirt and a green tie that goes below that. And
Ah.
the good news is that they don't start messing with you all, but the three immediately go up to Allison at the counter and begin having a very hushed but heated conversation. Now,
Mm.
you can't just hear it with your natural awareness, but if you did want to try and listen in,
I
you
do.
could attempt to roll a perception for me.
I do. Okay, I'm gonna roll perception. Click. No.
Okay, Yuma is apparently enamored with Wheat Thins and Babushka, so she doesn't hear anything.
Special kibble. I'm so excited for special kibble. Nom nom. Wheat thin.
And yeah, Demi, did you?
It's just a perception, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use 2 luck on this.
Okay. Oh wow.
Oh my god,
Wow,
we
that
both
is the
got crit
exact
failures.
same roll.
How does that even happen?
Welcome to RNG,
Rigged.
everybody. So yeah, you just noticed them, and unfortunately, you do not hear their conversation. But you can tell that quote unquote Brittany is not looking. I mean, visually, she just is not looking thrilled. Whatever this gentleman is saying is not sitting well with her.
Hmm. I guess like can we go like around like to the north on the map and like try to go around and like see what's
Let me ask
going on
this: are
better?
you trying to be stealthy about it, or are you just sort of like casually or passing it off as casually going around?
Passing off as casually.
Okay, yeah, you can do that just fine then.
Okay, then I would go around here and then like try to loop around.
Okay.
I will stand in front of Shock.
I
Still
guess I go
eating.
over here like pretending I'm doing something to the coolers.
Okay.
And can I like see anything that's happening?
Yeah, you can see what's happening, but also Demi, real quick before you move a little bit further, you do see sort of hanging around in the back are two more street scum where they shouldn't be. Like that's the employee back room, and they're also carrying shotguns.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Shotguns are, as we learned in Spelunky, not very nice things to get hit by.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. I guess Shock wanted us to meet. What's his name?
Solar.
Solar, right? So maybe I'll um tell Shock like,
Yeah, when I see
oh,
those guys, I try to pretend that like I didn't notice them and just like nervously walk back.
To Shock, I'll be like, well, I guess I'll see you back at the apartment, and I start. I'm gonna go and show your friend my cool ears, and then I'm gonna go over to to
Yeah.
Solar, be like, hey, Shock over there said that I should go say hi to you. Whoops, sorry.
And Solar, as is his name, sort of turns to you two and says, "Well, this is might interesting. You
Oh,
exotics, aren't you?"
yes, I suppose I am. This
We are
is.
indeed.
Oh,
Uh,
right. You might be the new blokes. Sorry, new lasses moving in next door to us.
Ah, wait. So are you Aw? Or
Uh, no, no, I can't. And here goes the accent. I can't really handle Shock. I act as her bodyguard. If you get what I mean.
oh, I see. Wow,
uh,
that's really nice of you to
a
be a
bodyguard, huh?
bodyguard for Miss Shock.
Oh, and it's also one of those things that if you ever get trouble with the medical side of things, or if you ever take a bullet, I'm a med tech, so I'll give you a
Very nice.
reduced service fee.
Wow, that's awesome. We'll give you some special kibble. Well, not as payment, just for fun, because we'll be neighbors. It'll be nice to meet our neighbors. So,
Yeah,
um,
I'm excited to be. I'm happy to have met my neighbor.
yeah.
And actually,
Um,
as this conversation's going on, what I would say is that the street scum in the back have moved into the main room. And at this
mhm.
point, the well dressed gentleman harassing Brittany has actually pulled out a pistol of his own and
Do we
isn't
hear and
pointing
see
it at
this?
Brittany, but is
Mm.
making it very capably, or not very capable, very obvious that he has what's essentially a Desert Eagle, so a very high caliber pistol that is gold plated. So this is obviously someone of wealth, or
Uh,
at least thinks they have wealth, or wants others to think they have wealth.
I see. Excuse me, Solar, and let me just slip past you. I want to see these
Yeah,
weapons over here.
yeah. And then I whispered to the boss like, "Hey, um, uh,
Uh, um, are we able to do another attempt at trying to hear what's going on?
You may, yeah,
No.
I'll let it happen again. So
Okay,
another perception.
another perception. Yeah, I'm hearing something over there. I think maybe. Oh my
Oh
God,
wow.
are you
So
serious?
so
What?
Demi, I'm gonna
What?
I'm gonna flavor it this way, Demi. Maybe Boss is chewing a little too loud with her wheat thins, and it's all you can hear. It's all you can
hear
hear.
anything."
Nom nom nom.
But
What are you talking about, Debbie?
but let's see, Boss. With a 13, I'll give you this conversation bit.
Okay.
So again, you're lacking some context here, but the conversation goes something along like this. The gentleman says, "Look, we know she's here. This is where her body was before the bomb went off. This is where she
Oh.
still is. So just tell us where she is, and we don't have to make things ugly." And then Brittany sort of humps and says, "Look, if I knew who the hell you were talking about, I would help you. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." And the man sort of
Hmm.
sighs and says, "Look, maybe I need to give you a demonstration of how serious I am." And he sort of does a motion with his empty hand, and one of the street scum goes down one of the aisles, and in a very thuggish way begins just like pushing the aisles over, knocking everything off the shelves, just
Mm,
basically making a mess of things.
no.
Which actually prompts quote unquote Brittany to laugh and says, "Hey, this isn't even my store. I could care less what you do with it." And I think
Uh-oh.
that's about what you would hear with that.
Okay, so they
Um,
meant.
do you want to try to approach and try to like?
I'm gonna hold a second box of wheat thins and then kind of call over to Brittany or Allison and be like, how much are these again?
And Brittany leans over the counter and says, for you, there, and the gentleman actually cuts her off in almost a forceful where he literally pushes her back behind the counter and says, oh, great, we have more exotics because that's what this neighborhood needs. Boys, I don't want to see these things anymore. And the three street scum begin advancing on you all. And this is where we're actually going to move into initiative order.
Oh my god, okay.
Things to note here.
Save the girl like always, yes.
There should be a initiative button on your character sheet. And if I remember how this works correctly, if you select your token as you hit that initiative button, it will automatically add you to the turn order. And if it doesn't, I can just add it manually.
Where is the initiative on the character sheet?
Yeah, I'm looking for that.
Should
Actions?
be in the, as I pulled up myself, it is on the Actions tab, right below Reputation, and next to Death Save.
Oh, I see it.
Click.
Okay, it didn't add you automatically, so I'll just add it manually. So, Boss, you got a 13. Demi, you got a 17. And then let's see how well these people roll. An 8, a 9, and an 8. Alrighty. Oh, right. I'm using the wrong key. I'm using my keypad when I shouldn't.
Oh,
I hate when that happens.
Oh, because your face is changing.
Yeah, because that's where I have all my emotes. So I have to remember not to push it. But anyway, so Demi, I think once I sort the initiative order here, you are going up first. Now again, they haven't pointed anything at you, but they are moving at you with malicious intent. So what would you like to do? Let's maybe start with sort of a narrative what you'd like to do, and then we'll convert it into game terms what that means.
Got it.
I'd like to reach towards Yuma Sound and try to not completely pull her back, but just
inch back.
Yeah,
like, hey, come back here, come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then start walking back.
Okay. What is your move exactly? And move should be one of your core stats.
My core stats is 7.
Okay.
Move.
So you can move up to 7 squares on this map. I'm going to say that moving Boss with you, you have to subtract 1 to bring her with you.
All right.
Narratively, I'd like to use the box of wheat thins, the new one, not the one that I was currently eating, to just kind of create obstacles. Like maybe I'll toss it in towards the one that's closest to us. Be like, yo, wait.
I just want to make sure I understand correctly. So as Boss is being dragged back, she holds up a box of wheat thins, chucks it in the general direction of the street scum.
Yeah.
It falls to the floor. The street scum looks down at it and goes,
Oh, don't do
fuck?
that. Don't do that, Boss.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, Demi, why don't you go ahead and move, and then we'll let it be Boss's actual turn.
Oh, that throw will be the turn.
3,
No. I'm giving you the
okay.
throw as a free action because
okay.
Funny.
Wait,
Bugs just harmlessly thrown on the ground. 4, 5, obstacles to guys with guns.
Question mark?
Yeah, that looks like 6.
Square 6.
To one, because I keep forgetting not everybody knows Roll20 like I do. As you're moving your token, if you right click as you start to move, it'll actually automatically show you a ruler as you move about.
Oh, okay.
And
so
if you need to if you need to move around a corner, you just right click again to make a waypoint. And
yeah,
you can
the thing is, it kind of oh, okay. I guess this works.
Can you see me doing that?
Yeah, I can see it on my end.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool. You high on weenies? Not the box of wheat thins. My greatest weakness.
Yeah, I was gonna say the wheat thins. No,
Wheat thins, no.
my kryptonite.
Oh, I got a Jigglypuff song. Do you mind? I'll do that in mute while you do your turn.
All
I
right,
already
so
did my
Demi,
turn.
Oh, you did your turn. Okay.
so Demi,
Did you
that
drag me
is,
with
I'm
you?
gonna say that's gonna be your move action. You still have an actual action to go with here.
I try to look and see if there's like any back exits like over here.
Let's see.
Can I actually?
I'm just actually looking at the map to remind myself. No, unfortunately, on this side of the store, there does not appear to be any doors or any sort of ways you could sort of sneak out the back. The only doors and entrances that you would have noticed were the ones back where the two street scum from the north came from, and the main door you came through earlier tonight.
All right.
Though I would say, give me a perception check. Maybe I can throw you a bone here.
I'm just afraid of finding these people and they just like straight up shoot me.
That's fair.
Also,
That's
I have turned on
valid.
music.
Ooh.
Let me know if it's too loud.
That's good. 16.
It's a little bit. Actually,
Little
I think
too
it's okay
loud?
on my stream. I think it's fine on my stream.
Okay, I'll turn it down all the same.
Stream, let me know how the music sounds.
Yeah, if it's too loud, just give me a shout. But yeah, Demi with a 16 perception. Those cooler shelves, the one with all the frozen and cooled beverages in them. You think if you were to tear out the shelves, you might be able to get into the back where, you know, the stocking room is, and you could potentially sneak out that way. But you'd make a lot of noise doing so.
All right. A boss should have come with me, right? Like, she's right behind me.
That is actually going to happen on boss's turn.
Right.
Okay. Okay,
But
then I
yeah.
guess that's my turn.
All right, so boss, narratively, besides throwing the wheat thins,
Wheat
what would you
thins?
like to do with your turn?
Okay, boss, did you
I'd like-
actually throw out the wheat thins?
Well, not the one I was eating, the new box that I was holding.
Oh my god, why?
Yeah, so I still have a box to myself, but that it was open already, and then the one that was not open is like harmlessly on the floor. We're like, yo, get out of here. I'm going to kind of take a step towards Solar and be like, well, I'm not gonna do that full move. What's
But wait, aren't you like right next to me since I like kind of dragged you?
I would say
Oh,
that I probably should have been more clear. Your action was to drag her behind a little bit of cover, but she didn't actually come with you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so where am I right now? Am I like on the square or like next?
Yeah,
to
you're
Solar?
in the square, sort of obscured lightly from both of the
Got it.
incoming groups. If it matters, if they were to shoot at you, you would have partial cover right now.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's
So-
a word to matter.
It was just the box of wheat thins that was like kind of provokes him, but they're already provoked anyway, so it's not it's not like he's gonna make that much of a difference. I'm going to say to Solar, be like, hey, you should probably get Shock out of here. We should. There's a box of wheat thins on the
I mean, I had to. I mean, it was perfect. I had to put it on the map.
perfect. I'd be like, hey, you should probably get you and Shock should probably get out of here. It seems like something's gonna throw down in a sec. And then I'm gonna kind of use my move to. How much move do I have? Let me see. In my sheet, my character sheet. 6. Okay, so I also have 6 move.
Mhm.
I'll go. I'll follow after Demi. But we're leaving Brittany behind. That feels so bad. Why are we always leaving these girls behind to get
She'll
exploded?
be fine.
Okay, well, not Brittany, Allison. Okay, I'm gonna head over towards Demi as well, and just move past Solar, I guess, to do that.
Okay.
That looks like
So I'm
6.
actually going to add Solar to the turn order here at the bottom. Because what happens is, because I find it funny, I'm going to roll something for the guy you threw a box of wheat thins at. Because I find it funny. He doesn't like go, ooh, a box of wheat thins. But he sort of leans down and looks at it and goes, oh man, they're on sale. Hey boss, they're only up $250. And the gentleman with the pistol goes, Tony, if I have to have this discussion with you again, it's going to be with bullets, not with words. Sorry, boss. Sorry.
Awesome.
Was a little excited. So that's going to be his turn as he gets yelled at. But the other two street scum are going to advance. One's going to go sort of perpendicular or parallel to you guys.
Okay.
He's going to get to about there. And the other one is going to get to more or less here. No, not the wheat thins.
How tall
he's
are
gonna
these
actually,
aisles, by the way?
I think I know exactly what happens. Is he steps on the box of wheat thins, much to Tony's dismay. And he actually begins to raise his shotgun up to fire down the aisle that you guys are on. But Solar gets to act first because what happens is as that shotgun's coming up, Solar, in almost like a very trained fashion, goes for a concealed holster in his suit and brings up a very heavy pistol and fires right into center mass, or attempts to anyway. So, the way firing works in this game
Oh boy.
is that it's actually very simple, all things considered. There should be a handout in case any of you decide to start shooting. I believe yes, it is easy reference number 1 under handouts. And to sort of, let me actually put it up on stream so the stream can see what's going on.
Thank you for the $5 extra life donation, Soldrage. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys
saving
so
the
much.
kids $5 at a time. I see the easy reference. Thank you.
Yeah, so let me describe sort of what's going on here. So in order to hit someone with a weapon, a ranged weapon, you're basically rolling your marksmanship against a DV or a difficulty value. And unlike maybe say D&D, where you always have to roll against an AC or a Dex or a Will, something like that, you actually already know what you have to roll here.
Okay.
So, for example, Solar is using a pistol, so we look at that range to hit difficulty chart. And we look at the range. So he's within 12 meters. So he only needs to get a 15 or higher to score a hit.
Got it.
So let's see how well he does. So
Barely.
unfortunately, with a 14, he doesn't actually connect. So maybe he comes up a little too quickly and the shot goes wild, completely missing the street scum.
No.
But with that having taken place, you all hear an actual shotgun blast from the direction of the of Shock and the other street scum.
Oh,
and
no.
for a moment, you're like, "Oh no! Did they shoot the babushka?" When you hear Shock saying, "Ambulance, but not for me!" And you hear another shotgun blast as Babushka tries to shoot with her shotgun.
Oh my god. Shock. Shock is best babushka. Oh,
she
my
crit!
god.
She crit!
That's amazing. Oh
All right,
my
so
god.
she has rolled a 21. So let me double check the damage on a shotgun here, but I think
The guy's
What
just
is-
dead.
Yeah, he just
I think he might be legit dead.
this
my
babushka
God.
just killed this dude. Of course she crits.
Shotgun 5d6. All right, Babushka, can you one-hit KO this street scum? Babushka, Babushka, please. Yeah, he's dead. So you hear Babushka fire off, and moments later, you don't necessarily see, but you definitely hear the impact of a body against the counter where Brittany, quote unquote,
Oh
is
my
hiding
gosh.
behind.
Don't
And there's
heck
even
with
a
this.
little bit of a blood spray that you would see. But that street scum is no more.
No.
crap.
How tall are these aisles?
I would say they're about 4 to 5 feet, so you guys can like look over them if you were
okay.
really wanting to, but you can also hide behind them if need be.
Okay, sure. So I'm going to like go on my tiptoes and like kind of peek over the top of the aisle and be like, was that what I thought it was?
Oh yeah, you see, and as you sort of see Babushka, you can't actually see the full sort of detail of her weaponry, but you can tell it's an old school weapon. And
Oh,
I guess you
damn.
should take a moment to describe that. So, in the time of the Red, A lot of the guns that you would see are much different than the, say, firearms of our current time. They're usually meant to be like fired once, like fire and forget, or they're 3D printed, or in general, they fire a different type of ammunition. So Babushka having an old weapon like this, like think like a double-barreled shotgun where you have to manually reload each time. It's one of those things where for her to have a weapon like that, she either is a eccentric collector or she is really, really lucky to have such a weapon, if you get my meaning.
Like really rich or like really...
Influential would be how
Influential.
I would describe it.
Ah, I'm glad we were nice to her. Be like,
But-
so I am genuinely impressed then.
Maybe it's just like a family heirloom or something.
You never know. But let me go ahead and add Brittany and Miles to the turn order here. And let me roll for them. Brittany doesn't have much in the way of initiative, but somehow she amazingly gets to that. And then Miles is a little bit more on the initiative. He gets a 14. Alrighty. Sort descending.
Sweet.
All right,
So they actually
Demi.
go before the other scum.
Yep. So Demi, we roll back around to round number 2. What would you like to do?
Whoa.
So
I mean, I think it's pretty hard to
Okay,
fight,
like-
hard to escape at this point, and like we have a lot of allies now.
Can I like move, shoot, and then like take cover like behind, like if I were to like move, wait, if I were to like move over here, like shoot, and then move like back for cover, could I do that?
Yeah, so one of the good things I love about this way combat works is you can move, shoot, move, or you can move, action, move. You don't have to do all of your movement at once.
Oh, okay, that's very cool. What is the damage on the Rippers again?
The Rippers are a melee weapon, and if I remember correctly, the Rippers are 2d6.
2d6. Okay, just let me look at my comment stats real quick because like it's been a while.
I'll take your time. Which actually gives me a moment to describe what happens with melee. So
Sure.
melee's a little bit special in that, unlike a ranged weapon where you only get the one attack, with a melee attack, you actually get to go twice. You actually get 2 attacks with your melee weapon.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna like walk up slowly. I mean, not slowly, but I just want to say I slowly walk up and to the street scum, and I'm gonna rip him to shreds.
You're going to rip him to
Wow.
shreds. All right, I love it. Yeah, so this is going to be your melee weapon roll, which I think if you click the Ripper's button, it should automatically roll everything we need.
Which
I keep forgetting.
Oh my gosh,
because
that's such
they-
a Smash reference.
See, so if you go under actions, underneath your attacks, there should be an attack and a
okay.
damage.
okay. So attack first, right?
Yep. A 19? Yeah, that's going to hit him. I'm not even going to roll because there's no way he's going to make a 19. So that's your first attack. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay, very nice. And then roll your second attack, and then I'll narratively describe what's going on.
Oh,
Okay. So, Demi, and feel free to flavor differently, but what I imagine is you sort of walk up to him, maybe in a sauntering fashion, and you flick your right hand almost like a cat's, and the Ripper claws embedded into your hand extend like hellish fingernails, and you go in for almost like a swipe across his face,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it tears into his cheek. And it doesn't, I'm not going to go into further detail because I know you got a thing about that, but let's just say it leaves a very noticeable wound. And it's something where he's not like going down from it, but he kind of goes, what the hell, you bitch. And as you come in maybe for a second swipe, he actually dodges out of the way, but it's not one of the things where like he dodges and immediately returns fire. It's got to wait till his turn before he can act again.
Okay. So people can actually dodge and return fire when they dodge?
In very special cases, yes.
Okay, so how many moves did I do? One, two,
Let's see. 1, 2, 3,
5, 6.
4. I see 6. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess that's it.
Okay. So, the big boss man, or Miles, as I'm going to start calling him, Miles actually grabs Brittany by the collar and holds the gun at her face and says, all right, enough. Everybody put your weapons down or the clerk gets it. And what I'm going to say here is I'm actually going to roll an intimidation on his part, which you guys may be able to resist, but I want to see what he rolls first. With an 8, you can act however you want. I mean, it's not a very convincing threat.
So like, it doesn't sound like he's actually gonna do it.
Yeah. But boss,
okay.
it's now your turn.
Let's see. We usually should try to attack the same guy, right? So we can take him out.
Entirely up to you. Sometimes it's good to focus. Sometimes it's good to split your fire.
Let's see. How much is it if I move this way? I would still be obscured. Let's see.
You don't have to worry much about me because I have like 10 reflexes.
I see.
I doubt they could actually like fire at me.
I can't make it to them there. Okay. How about if I this? Is this within melee range?
Drop your token so I can see where you... Yes, that would be within melee range.
Okay. Well, seeing Demi go and try to hit the street scum over there, I take the hint. I'm like, well, I guess we're doing this. And I move over to the street scum that's stepped on the box of wheat thins. Mm-hmm. And I will attempt a melee attack as well.
What weapon are you using?
It's called a... Wait, let me find it.
I'm not
slice and
seeing
dice?
her token move.
The slice and dice. I have to be careful here because I don't want to go into too much detail, but slice and dice is actually one of those things where, or at least as far as I understand it, you sort of pop up your fingernail because it's a false nail.
Oh.
You sort of pop up your fingernail and there's like a garrote wire inside. So it's actually something like you can whip it around like a whip, or you can go in with a garrote for a choke. It's a very versatile weapon.
Okay. Does it still do 2 like attempts of damage? Because
yeah, it's a melee weapon, so yeah, you can roll twice.
In that case, I would like to try to wrap it around this guy's neck and see if I can, just for flavor, I guess. Well, I don't know if it's for flavor or if I can try to like knock him down so I can like throw him onto the box of wheat thins he's stepping on.
No, there's rules for this.
Okay, there's like grapple or like tossing or something like that.
There is. I'm just debating whether this should be a melee weapon or a brawl roll.
Welcome back.
What's your brawl like, Yuma?
Brawl. Wait, where is my thing? Is not. I think I need to refresh. Give me a sec.
You need to refresh your webcam, by the way, because.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Refresh.
As in toggle it on and off, and you'll be back where you need to be.
Oops. There it goes.
There we go.
Yay. Okay. Yeah, give me a second here while I try to pull up my reference sheet again. This one. Character sheet. Brawl. 2.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw you a bone here, and we'll call this just a melee weapon roll.
Oh, okay. Well, to do the same thing I described?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Melee weapon. Bloop.
A 13. Let's see. There is a chance he could dodge, so I'm gonna roll that for him. Not a very high chance, but I'm gonna roll it all the same. Okay, he crit, which means there's a increasingly chance he could dodge. Okay, apparently he has absorbed the wheat thin power, because what happens, boss, as you go in for that sort of chokehold and sort of slam to the ground, he nimbly dodges out of the way and crunches the wheat thins even more as he sort of slides the foot back. And he says, whoa, boss, they got pretty toys, boss. And Miles just shouts back, I don't pay you to be stupid. I pay you to shoot the people I want shot, so get it done.
Do they have disadvantage when shooting from... Well, not with a shotgun, actually.
Not with a shotgun.
Not with a shotgun.
If they were with like an assault rifle or an SMG, yes, they would be at a higher DC because you're so close.
Damn it.
Anything else, Yuma?
What am I limited to? Like, I did my move and I did my attempted action.
You still have one more melee action here.
Oh, okay. So the slice and dice is still the same like finger thing. So can I just like gut punch him?
Yeah, if you want to just gut punch him, that would be a brawl roll.
Okay, it's like, oh, my finger thing didn't work, so I'm going to just gut punch him. And
On 15, again, I'm going to roll to see if he dodges. I don't believe it happened, but as we just saw, the dice can be fickle. All right, yeah, he doesn't dodge. So, Yuma, you deliver like not a center mass, but like a stomach gut punch. And you feel the air just rushing out of him. And let me just double check, because I think unarmed is for you.
It's body.
Yeah, it's just that. So, what is your body score, Yuma?
10.
A 10 body. Well, you're doing 4d6 damage then.
4d6 damage on a...
4d6 on a punch, yep.
Roll. 4d6.
Okay, so what I would say is, Yuma, as you go in for this gut punch, like you put everything, you do a one-punch maneuver where you literally slam your fist so hard into his gut that he literally goes flying and hits the corner of the wall where the counter is and sort of falls down to the ground, unconscious. He's not dead, just unconscious.
Okay, sweet.
But he is out.
I will have a little smug smirk on my face, and I'll look at the other guy and kind of dust my hands off and and put my hands on my hips. Or actually, no, not hands on hips. I'll like kind of stand like sort of like Bruce Lee style and just kind of like bounce a little bit on the tips of my toes.
Gotcha. So that's your turn, and what happens on Brittany's turn is she's going to attempt to break the grapple with Miles. So, she's actually somewhat skilled at this. Yeah, so unfortunately she's not able to get out of Miles' hold, but she is able with her foot to kick something under the counter. And what happens is, you remember those heavy-duty shutters I described earlier? They all, in a cacophony of sound, begin launching up from or I guess they're shutters, so they come down. They launch down with a sort of metallic clunk as the doors seals, the windows seals, every sort of thing seals. And in terms of the counter itself, there is now an actual like glass barrier that separates Brittany from the external sort of rest of the store. And that's Brittany's. Say again?
Does that break the grapple?
It does break the grapple. Like, Miles has to, like, let go, or, otherwise he would get his hand squished. But he sort of curses and goes, damn it! I told you we should have disabled the security. But that is Brittany's turn. And up next is Tony, or, the street scum that wanted the wheat thins. He sort of looks at his buddy. Tony. He looks at the wheat thins, he looks at Boss, he looks back at Miles, looks back at Boss and says, tell you what, you give me this box of wheat thins, we're square.
All right.
And he just...
The one that's on the ground?
Yeah, the one that's on the ground.
Can I, like, narratively just pick it up and hand it to him?
You could just narratively pick it up.
Yeah,
so
okay,
he takes
here you go.
He
I
takes
just toss it to him, but not hard.
He catches it, looks back at his boss and says, you're on your own, boss. I didn't sign up to get shot. And his boss is probably going to have some choice words for him, but he's going to move over here.
Nice. My punch intimidated him enough.
Which now, Demi, we now enter into an interesting scenario because you said your reflex was 10?
Yes.
All right, so this is going to work a little bit differently than normal. The way it works is he's still going to roll his shotgun against a DV. But
is the DV worse because he's got like parts of his face ripped off?
He's not considered heavily wounded, unfortunately. Otherwise, yes, he would. Okay. But what's relevant for you is that instead of a static DV that he would go against, it's actually going to be your dexterity plus evasion plus 1d10 on your account.
Oh, okay. So do I just roll 1d10? Because my dex is 9.
Mhm.
My evasion is 4, so it's 13.
I think if you
and I
just roll
a
evasion, it should automatically do it all.
Okay.
And I'll let you roll it first to see if I even have a chance of hitting you here.
What?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll. There's no way. So as the shotgun comes,
okay.
go ahead.
So as he like picks up the shotgun to like start aiming at me, I like teleport behind him.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's honestly not that far off what I was gonna say. Where it's one of those things where as he's coming up to fire, you're already in motion to get around his side, and he sort of fires off a ineffective blast into one of the shelves, knocking it over. But he sort of goes, "Where the hell did she?" And he turns around and he goes, "Oh shit."
Then can I counterattack though?
Let me double check. No, unfortunately, because you are not a solo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you are a nomad, you don't get the solo ability of attacking. That's sort of the edge case where the solo gets to move a little bit more. But they're combat monsters, which is why they can do that.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right.
Wait,
so,
now I'm like behind them.
Yeah, you're like there. All right. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Demi?
No, is it my turn now?
Oh, right. Sorry, it was his turn. My bad. Let's see. So Solar is going to actually move out here to inspect what's going on. He sort of sees you, Demi, and says, "Need any help?"
And I was like, nah, this guy's dead.
All right, I'm going for shock. And then he moves right about there. And using sort of the shelving as cover, he puts his back up to it and shouts to Miles, "Look, man, I don't know what your purpose was for coming here, but you're trapped in here with us. Just calm down, man. Put your weapon down, and I don't have to shoot you in the face." And he's going to roll a persuasion. A 12. Well, let's see if Miles will listen to reason. He does. So actually, that is what we bring. Well, I guess we still have to resolve Demi, so we'll go through one more round. But Shock just sort of backs up Solar's prompting by moving forward and using her shotgun to point at Miles as well.
Perfect.
Which now, Demi, on your turn, you have a choice. It doesn't look like the guy in front of you is going to shoot you right again, but it is your decision whether you just sort of calm down and let things lie or if you attack him again.
And she hears all that stuff going on in the back, right?
Yeah, you hear all of that.
ID?
Give me a second. It's very hard for me to control. Okay. Give me a second here. I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Okay. Then he was like huffing, like heavy breathing, like very into it, like super adrenaline going on, like about to rip open his face or something. But then she heard all that and she was like, and then like her claw, her rippers like retract back into her, into her nails, and she calms down and says, "Consider yourself lucky, Punk." And just like with her thigh-high leather boots, she like kicks him down to the ground.
Ooh.
Well, this is getting spicy.
And then just starts walking back to the
rest of the group. I gotcha.
Yeah.
And I think for flavor, because again, I'm all about the funny. As you're walking away, you just hear this very soft, "Call me." But yeah, you guys are now out of combat. You don't have to worry about further bullets flying. However, you now have to deal with the fact that you are more or less trapped inside the 812.
Okay, so now it's back to like narrative. We're not
Yeah, back
in
to
combat
narrative
anymore.
order kind of a thing.
Okay. And what's Miles's current like expression? What's his like? Did you move the wheat tin box to the street? Go. He's holding it. What's like his current like? He reluctantly was persuaded, or like what's his demeanor
What's his
right
demeanor? Yeah. So Miles still has the pistol out. He's not pointing it at anyone, but you can see that he is almost like catching someone red-handed with their cookie in the cookie jar. He's just like, okay, apparently I should have come in with more goons. Maybe a net runner. Lesson learned. So, you here for her too?
now? I'm gonna.
Okay,
go ahead.
first off, I'm gonna approach him and say, first off, give me that, and try to take away his gun.
Okay. Roll me an intimidate, please.
Give me that. Is that intimidating? Do you want to add more character spice to that or no?
I mean, even those words themselves, if you present yourself in a certain way, perfectly
I guess.
fine.
Okay, cool.
Where is my intimidate?
Unless I'm thinking of a different sheet, it should be.
Do you mean persuasion? I don't.
Oh, that's right. Intimidate's in the main rules. Yeah, roll me a persuasion.
Okay, I'm gonna put 3 luck into this.
Okay.
Hello?
There it goes. So a total of 15, and 15 is enough that he just sort of grits his teeth and sort of does that twirly thing where he spins the weapon around so that he's holding the muzzle of the gun and offers you the grip of it.
Okay, and I take it and like I don't know, like put it in like a holster.
Okay. If it matters, you now have a very heavy pistol with 2 shots in it.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over also to kind of be back up for Demi.
Mm-hmm.
Step over the street scum and look towards Brittany. It's behind glass, right? Or like the pen in like bulletproof glass kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like bulletproof glass with sort of that metal mesh inweave. So it's almost like a bank security window where they can still see out of it, and you can still sort of see. You know, it's not like a one-way sort of screen, but it's definitely not something you're getting through anytime soon.
So I want to try to figure out what.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the best way to approach this. Oh, go ahead.
I think you have the best interrogation / persuasion / other things, right? Like how much?
Let me double check.
Can we talk about this stuff?
Yeah, I don't mind.
I have like, where's my human perception and persuasion? My human perception is 5 and persuasion is 6.
Oh yeah, you go for it.
Okay.
And you mind if I just take a quick like a minute break?
Yeah, you know what? We have been going for an hour and 30 minutes, so let's take a 5-minute break.
Okay, no problem.
So we will be back in 5 minutes, everybody. Stick around.
Yay!
will fix your screen now so that you're not shiny Irie. Even though I think shiny Irie is kind of funny, but
Shiny Irie.
maybe that's just me. Who knows?
That's the
But yeah.
SSRI.
SSRI.
Okay, let's see if that fixes it. I have to mess with smoothness a little bit, but I'll do that as the roleplay is going on. But yeah, so with you all having just defused the situation, what was it you wanted to do about Brittany being behind the counter kind of a thing? Because remember, you
Brittany
are
being behind the
currently
counter,
trapped
yeah.
in this 812.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean, first off, I think we should deal with Miles, and then when Brittany feels safe, she'll probably let us off.
Okay.
His question to us was, "Are you're here for you're here for her too, or something?" Well, what did he
Yes.
actually ask us?
That's actually exactly what he said. Are you here for her as well?
Are you here for her as well? I'm gonna go up to him and be like, I am, but you're not in the same way that you are. And I'm going to kind of like, maybe I'll ask him why, but like, or maybe, okay, can I undo that?
Yeah, you can undo it. Go ahead.
Let me think about this, because it's hard to figure out what he's yeah, I'm here for her. What are you here for?
Okay. And he sort of stares at you with slightly narrowing eyes and says, I mean, she should be all that matters here if you know who she is. And he's kind of doing that thing where like he's like half buying what you're selling, but it's one of those things where he's not 100% sure.
And I'm gonna give him the same look and try to be like, like squint my eyes at him, like,
Okay. Wait. He's backed up against the counter, right? Like, is his back like literally against the counter?
Yeah, it is quite literally pressed against the counter and the glass that has come down.
Okay, can I just like activate my rippers and like point it at his throat very intimidatingly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are
you adding this with any verbal flair? Are you just sort of like going, Kitty has claws kind of a thing?
Just say like, just tell us why you're here.
All right. Give me 1 sec. I have to ban a bot on my channel.
Oh, I hate those. You want to get famous?
Bam!
Oh, Irie got it. Thank you, Irie. All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll me your. Let's call this an interrogation here, if you have interrogation. Oh wow. So unfortunately, Demi, tonight is just not.
What is happening? Oh my God.
I got 3 critical failures.
That's honestly impressive.
That's crazy.
So Demi, you what happens, I think, is as you flick out your rippers, the rippers actually kind of get stuck halfway, so they're like slightly pointy fingernails that you flick your hand again and they're just not coming out, and unfortunately the effect is ruined.
Oh.
Okay. Understandable.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen and just be like, if that's why you're here, then you should know why we're here.
Roll me a conversation, please, Yuma.
Sure. It's like one of those, I know you know conversation. Oh God, I don't have any bonus in conversation.
No, a 14 is more than sufficient.
Yay.
And Miles actually starts sweating a little bit, like a little bit of moisture on his forehead that he would dab at with a cloth if he wasn't being held up by like 3 different people.
Mm-hmm.
But Miles just says, look, it was an Arasaka contract. I was to come here, was supposed to get the girl, supposed to be a quick and easy grab and go.
Miles has Monka S face.
Yeah, pretty much Monka S, yeah.
Yeah.
But he says, look, you can keep her. Like, I'm just happy to walk out of here intact. Like, don't turn me into that guy. and he points at the cadaver that Shock is like prodding with her shotgun and foot. She's like,
Okay.
"Oh, you're so weak. Back in old country, we could take 3 of these."
Back in old country. Yes. Okay. If you leave peacefully, then we will not bring you any further harm.
And Tony from the back shouts, "I'd do it, boss, because I don't think she's going to give you her box of wheat thins." And Miles kind of sighs, his shoulders droop, and he says, "All right, I'm going to get hell from Arasaka over this, but sure."
Does he have any like kind of labels or things like that on his person? Like, is there anything like identifiable on him for us to? Because they've been calling him boss. We actually don't know his name, right?
No, you don't know his name, but I think maybe we'll flavor it this way: that Tony, the street scum that just said that says, "Hey, Boss Miles, I don't think et cetera, et cetera." So you know his name is Miles now.
Okay, we know his name is Miles. Okay, I'll remember that.
But it's one of those things where no, he actually doesn't have any like corporate logoing on his clothing. He doesn't have like a big old badge that says, "Hey, I'm with Arasaka," kind of a thing. It's just one of those things where he just looks like a very sharp gentleman, all things considered.
Okay, when if he's backing off now, or like his body language is saying that he's gonna back off, and be like, why don't you hand me that jacket too?
Roll me a persuasion.
Nice. Give me a sec.
The DV isn't very hard on this, but wow.
Yo.
All right, Yuma, do you want the slightly funny option, the very funny option, or the oh god why option?
Oh god,
Yeah, let's do it, Yuma.
I want the oh god why option.
So Miles misinterprets what you mean. And yeah, he takes off his jacket, hands it to you, starts
Thank
undoing his vest, hands that to you.
Sweet.
And does his shirt buttons. You get where this is going, right?
Yeah.
He's full on stripping down because he doesn't want to, anger the boss.
Nice. Perfect. And now I will let you go. Thank you very much.
So, Yuma, for your note purposes, you now have a full set of business wear. Now, that's important to note because you basically have a suit. So there's 2 things about that are important. The first is that wearing that sort of thing, when we go to the full rules, that will actually give you bonuses on checks like this. Because you look so good, it'll give you some bonuses.
Yo, dapper as fuck!
The second thing I would say is that you do still have to get it fitted somehow. So you have to find a tailor that will obviously like make it fit you. Because right now it's fitting Miles, not you.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
But yeah, Miles now in his skivvies just sort of looks around and says, okay, get rid of the shutter and I'm gone.
Okay, make sure you never set foot in this store ever again.
Hell, I'm getting out of Night City. I don't want Arasaka after my ass.
Nice. That's all I got. I got a suit. Sweet. Let me take note here. Note.
But yeah, Demi, as she's dressing down Miles quite literally, you sort of look and see Allison/Brittany. And they're holding up a hastily written receipt that says, "Night City PD will be here soon. I don't know how to get rid of the shutters."
Oh,
she's holding that up to the window. She wrote that down.
Yeah, wrote that up and is showing it to you. Obviously,
okay.
she can't hear what you guys are saying and vice versa, so she's communicating via text.
Okay, can I roll?
Wait, do I have her number? I have her number.
You do have her number.
Why don't I call her?
I also have basic tech and education. Can do it. Could I like know something about this?
What is your education score?
3 and basic tech's 4.
Okay, I would say, why don't you roll me your tech score, and then if that fails, we'll go for education.
Okay.
And then if that fails, we'll go for boss's plan of calling her.
Sure.
Wow, with a 20. So, Demi, you're sort of looking at the shutters, and you're sort of, glancing over at what Brittany might have behind the counter. And it occurs to you that this is the type of security shutter that an edge runner like yourself might do on like their personal hideout type thing.
Mm,
So somebody important lives here, but
Mm.
this is a convenience store. Who lives in a convenience store? You think with a little bit of oil, ironically enough, you could probably get one of the shutters open and people could leave.
all
Oh,
right. So
with a little bit of oil. Oh, sweet. Can ask for more oil. Ask for oil.
um, I don't think you have a problem with me doing that. So
If you communicate your plan to me, I
yeah,
could
I mean,
text her.
I would yeah, just text her.
Okay. Is that the thing? Can I text
Yeah,
her?
Yeah,
I
that is
imagine.
definitely a thing.
Okay, sweet.
I imagine we can text in this day and age.
Yeah, I mean, I just wasn't sure.
Okay.
Apparently, my
Ask
fan
her-
fiction, you can't do
okay,
that.
okay. I'm like talking to you and like looking at the phone. I'm like, okay. Text her like, can we get some oil and then I can probably open the shutters.
Okay, I will text that exactly with that, and also include a heart emoji.
Heart emoji. I was going to ask, are we getting a winky face on this one?
Yeah, slightly winky face, heart emoji.
So Brittany texts back and says, just take it. Take all the oil. Take all the weight thins you want.
Nice.
Just
I'm gonna
go
stock
right ahead.
up.
Go right ahead.
How many boxes can I take?
As many as you can carry, which I would
Wait,
say
I'm
would be
gonna-
about 4 to 6. So
4 to 6. I will take 6. I will take different
That's about
flavors.
here,
I will
right?
take various different flavors.
all right. So Demi, as you're gathering up the oil, you remember that camera I said was pointed towards that odd location in the
Yeah.
cooler? You notice something different about the cooler, where before there were shelves, the shelves have disappeared. And in their place, it sort of looks like a lift of some sort, like almost like a dumbwaiter. And the dumbwaiter is rising up.
The dumbwaiter?
Basically, it's like a mini elevator you would have in like an old time house.
I see.
That you would do like food in or laundry in.
Okay. I start picking up the oil cans while observing it, and then after I pick up the oil cans, if nothing's happened, I still approach it.
Okay.
Are
And
the
as
street
you were,
scum? Oh,
oh,
sorry.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
I
you
was
go,
just
you
going to
go.
ask if everybody was still inside of it, because we're all stuck in here, right? So he's
Yeah,
just like,
everybody's stuck.
this guy's just
inside right now.
naked, or like not naked, but like down to his like underwear, and like these guys are just like bopping around, like eating wheat thins and watching us. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So Demi, as with oil in hand, as you go to inspect this dumbwaiter, coming up is a strange figure, by all accounts, and I actually have a full handout for her because she is a very special character.
Ooh.
All
Ooh.
right, so what
Ooh.
you see coming up on the dumbwaiter is a very large cyborg woman. And when I say large, I don't mean rotund large. I mean she is literally somewhere on the neighborhood of 7 to 8 feet tall.
Wow.
And
Hello.
she is decked in cyberware. She has 2 fully digigrade cyber legs. She has a prehensile tail that is mechanical. You can tell that she has some form of subdermal plating. Her arms are also artificial, and around her collar is almost like a self-deploying shield. Like if anyone were to shoot at her head, like a shield would deploy. And you're also noticing that on her back are a bunch of what are essentially heat sinks for all of her cyberware. And
Wow.
as she comes up out of the dumbwaiter, pushes open the cooler door and steps out, she sort of looks at you and says, "Okay, who woke me up? What's going on here?"
I will. Oh, I sorry. Go ahead.
I'm like kind of shocked at seeing someone that tall, and and I'm saying like, oh, I'm so sorry. These people barged into the store, and we had to deal with them.
I'm gonna peek my head around where this like corner between Babushka and and the aisle, and just be like, "Whoa, she's so
Mhm.
tall."
And the unknown woman sort of looks down, squints her eyes, and you can tell as she squints her eyes that they actually zoom in, so she's got cyber eyes as well. So she
Okay.
Cool.
sort of narrows her eyes and says, "Ah, yeah, let me guess, Arasaka, right?
Indeed.
Damn, that means I have to go to my next hideout. What's your name, cutie?"
Oh, um, um, I I am Demi.
I'm gonna rush up behind her and be like, "I'm Chief."
You mind? I finally have a chance here with like this Amazoness.
Okay, fine. I'll stand beside Babushka.
I'm
But I'm just
Demi.
yelling. I'm yelling and waving.
I think that's appropriate, yeah. But yeah, go ahead.
I'm Demi, and I'm sorry that these people are following you.
Immediately.
Do you need any help of any sort?
No, don't worry about it. This is easy. She actually kind of looks at the windows and says, right, the security shutters. Totally forgot I had those installed. One moment. And she walks over to space between the aisles, and using supernatural strength, she rams her gauntleted fingers into the metal, and with a screeching sound, literally rips open a hole that rushes in fresh air.
Whoa.
And before she goes, she actually turns to you and says, "Oh, I don't know that we'll ever meet each other again, but my name's Arya, and I've got my eye on you, Demi. And unless you do anything to
I'm
stop her, Arya is going to take a few bounding leaps and otherwise exit out of the hole."
No, I just gasp and look in like amazement.
I'm gonna move up behind Demi and be like, "Pog, pog face."
Yeah, I'm
Yo.
kind of just like, whoa.
And like nudge her a little bit and be like, "Damn, you go, girl." Okay,
Okay.
I guess we have an exit now.
Yeah. I turn back to boss and I'm like, holy crap, did you just see that?
Nani is his D&D stream. Yeah, it is. Yo, that was pretty nuts. I guess we got like. Wait, you didn't get her number? Come on, you should have gotten her.
I'm sorry. She just like literally opened up a hole on these heavy grade shutters and jumped off.
She did. She kind of gazelle leaped away.
But she called me cutie.
She did. I saw that. She said she's got her eye on you, huh? Mm-hmm.
Ooh, those cyber eyes, so pretty.
They're very pretty. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think at this point I feel boss would feel any kind of jealousy or anything like that. I think she's just more astounded that happened.
And it's one of those things where Solar had sort of been wandering around the store at this point, sort of comes up to you all and says, "Well, with Night City PD coming, why don't you two go ahead and leave? I'll stay back here with Shock, and we'll describe what happened."
All right. Thank you so much.
I was gonna ask if we should offer Shock or Solar a ride back, but if they're gonna be reporting, maybe that's fine.
I mean, I can offer like, well, but you don't want to take a ride back with us?
Oh, no. Shock hates those chew vehicles. She absolutely hates them. That's why we walk everywhere.
All
From the
right.
apartment to here, that takes so long.
Well, all right. I still like take some cans of oil and make my way through.
I have
through
the
the hole,
6 boxes of wheat thins in my arms. And one of them's open and I'm eating from it.
And I
Um,
think, unless you have anything else, I think that is the perfect sort of end shot as you're going to your car with wheat thins in hand. That's a good place to end today's session.
hey, and I guess I also still have Brittany's or at least Allison's number. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet. Well then,
Well, twins.
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 Well,
Twins.
it's not that I have both. I just have one, and so, but that provides me
they're
with
twins.
access to both. Oh,
But yeah, what did you guys think? Did you guys have fun?
that was super fun.
super
Oh my
fun.
gosh, it's always fun.
I like the combat in this game.
Yeah,
yeah, that was neat.
and I have to be careful what I say here because I have been doing testing on the full rules, but let's just say the full rules are just as snappy. It's just you have to learn how to read the chart very quickly. But once you get that down, it goes very smooth, very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But yeah.
Sweet.
So I'm cool with hanging out a little bit more, but for anyone watching this on YouTube, I'm actually going to end it here for YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. And quick
for
announcement:
watching.
we are every week after this point, so look forward
Yeah,
to
every
it.
Saturday.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. But
Yeah.
yeah, see you later, YouTube.